What do we have here, Greg?
So Jen and I are back with a trials bike from the 70s. Yamaha made this.
Oh, a trials bike, did you just say?
Yeah.
So this is like that one time we went and picked up an RD and that guy in his 70s was hopping around the yard?
Exactly. I've never owned one of these, and I always wanted to. It's pretty much a stand-up bike. You really don't use the seat much, and they were built for navigating around rocks and obstacles and competition. Yamaha came up with this to compete against the Europeans that were pretty much dominating it for years. And this was their entry. And from what I read, they were pretty successful and competing right off the bat.
Okay.
So I have a little quiz for you, Jen.
Well, hold on. Let's just take a look at it first. We got to give the audience a nice view of everything.
Sure. So
dented gas tank.
Yeah, the patina of the gas tank is pretty typical for a trials bike. As I stated, you're climbing around rocks and obstacles, and they get tipped over a lot.
Okay, so that explains the dents.
Lots of dents, lots of character marks.
Look at this side. It's pretty dented up.
And the engines were built for a lot of torque, and they're geared extremely low. I think it was a 4-speed in this.
Okay.
And probably the top speed, I don't have a really good idea, but probably 25 to 30 miles per hour. So it's all geared for low speed.
Not too great on the paint here, huh?
It's been well used.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of history on it.
Looks like all the parts are here, right?
Yeah, I mean, looks fairly complete.
So that's promising.
It's not full of crud and grime. We're hoping we're gonna get lucky on this and driving this around tonight. We're gonna start videos now with asking Jen some questions and check her motorcycle knowledge. Are you ready, Jen?
Sure.
All right. First off, it's gonna be a kind of easy but hard maybe. What year, I think I mentioned this earlier, what year did Yamaha produce the bike we're gonna work on tonight?
I don't know.
Yes, just throw one out there.
78.
75.
Oh, okay.
Close. And I believe they would call it the TY250G. And they made it, I know, 75 and 76 in this color scheme.
Okay. I trust you.
Second quiz, which is going to lead us into where we start here. What are the 3 things that we need for an engine to run?
Spark.
Great. 1.
Fuel.
2. Petrol. And 3. So we have spark.
Spark.
Fuel. And you have to...
Compression.
Yes!
Does it have compression? I've seen you check for compression by doing that. Am I doing that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How does it... That's your hand tester.
Yeah.
It's got some compression, huh?
Yes.
But we're gonna actually check. Okay, and then so you did awesome on that. So
there's no more quiz. No more quiz questions.
1975. We need fuel, compression, and spark for it to run.
Yes.
And how about this engine? Is it a 2-cycle or a 4-stroke?
2-cycle.
All right. Bingo.
That's an easy one.
All right.
Look at the gas tank?
Yeah.
All right.
By what the previous owner gave us, I don't think it's got any fuel in the tank. But
okay.
Check it out.
Oh, that is dry. Here, let me grab the camera.
You want to get the camera in there?
Okay, so there's the inside of the gas tank.
Keep way down the bottom there, Lance. How's it look?
There's some rust.
Is it empty or is there fuel in there?
It seems pretty empty.
Right. So the previous owner included a new Petcock. He said the one that's on there was leaking.
Okay.
So hopefully this is the right one, and hopefully it fits and takes care of that problem. So no petrol. We're going to add the new Petcock when we get to that point. But first, let's get down and check for compression.
Okay. When's the last time this ran? Did you mention that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
He didn't know either.
Okay. Well, that's not great.
So this came from the same owner as the D2, the
The
DT.
DT. Mm-hmm.
We're still waiting for a few parts to put the clutch together on that. That should be running next week. So Jen's handometer said we have compression. Let's just see what the gauge tells us.
What are we looking for?
Anything on an old two-stroke like this, a 250, I mean, if we're above 120, it's going to run. If we're at 140, I'm going to be really happy. You tell me when the gauge stops moving, okay, Jen?
Okay. Stop. Ooh. Not even 100.
Ooh. That's not good.
No.
All right, let's add a little oil down the cylinder and see if that comes up for us. Sometimes on these bikes, they've been sitting around a long time. Those rings kind of fuse in against the piston. We'll give it a little lubrication in there. Give her sounds and feels nice and smooth in there. All right.
Do you have to wait or can you check it again right away?
We're going to check her.
Okay.
We don't have time to wait right now.
Greg wants to ride this bike.
Yeah. Round 2 coming up. Compression test with oiled cylinder. So if it jumps up dramatically, that means our rings are worn or hung up a little bit. Any better?
Tiny bit better. We're at maybe 105.
All right. Well, not what I was hoping for. But whenever you're doing these old bikes, you just don't know what you're going to find. Can we get it started off of that? Possibly. After we get started and it runs, maybe heats up. We'll recheck it. Maybe they loosen up and
So
reseal.
that means something's stuck.
Or just worn. I mean,
Okay.
this bike is
Obviously been used.
Yeah.
Well loved.
it's 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that that's the original piston and rings in there? That's a lot of wear and tear over the years, and could just need a rebuild, which isn't the worst case, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so we don't have any fuel. We have really low compression. So we're really striking out so far
let's
today.
check for spark. Let's check for spark.
All right, come on, cross. Let's get lucky on one here tonight. You holding the plug?
Yep. Oh. You got spark?
We got spark?
Yeah. Okay, so 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
All right. We have spark. As I was gonna put the plug back on, put the cap on, that cap pretty much just fell off the wire. We did go ahead and trim the wire a little bit, and the old boot was just a little suspect. So I went in the parts bin, found a new NGK spark plug cap, and we're just gonna go ahead and freshen that up and screw that on. Jen, if you want to grab, the seller did include a brand new air filter for us. So we're going to get that installed, and then we're going to move forward to cleaning the carb, fix the petcock, and see if this thing wants to run on 100 PSI of compression.
This is a nice little air filter.
Here's not a Phillips screwdriver, but a
JIS.
exactly, which stands for what?
Japanese
Yep.
International. You're asking me too many questions. Ask me about my hat. I can answer that.
Where'd you get your hat from, Jen?
Well, I don't remember exactly where, but it's a Yooper hat. So if you don't know what a Yooper is, it's the upper Michigan Peninsula. But Michigan in the US is split into two. And there's the upper peninsula and the lower peninsula. And the upper peninsula is beautiful.
And we love to go mountain biking up there, right, Jen?
Yeah, they love mountain biking.
Camping?
They've got great camping, great dirt bike trails, whatever you want to do up there, they have.
Yeah, the four-wheeling up there is phenomenal.
It's amazing. It's like a paradise. And there's like waterfalls and all kinds of good stuff.
Lake Superior.
Yep. All right, Greg. You
All right.
left me. Whoa. This was just sitting in there?
It did have a filter in there, huh?
It was just sitting in there.
Okay.
Is that...
That's better than nothing.
Is it supposed to be fastened down at all, or did that panel hold it down?
This guy is definitely not going to fit in there. So that is not right.
Can you clean that air filter? Kind of like when you...
Yeah, this is a cleanable. It's probably like a K&N, but it's not terribly dirty.
Okay. So how do you clean something like this?
They make gauze filter cleaner.
Okay.
And there's all kinds of ways that you can clean these out, but I've seen worse. And for today's trial, it's going to go right back in its home. Can you put it back where you found it?
Yes, I can.
Was it that way, or?
Let's see.
There's kind of a groove in there.
Seems the same on both sides.
Looks like it might have been squished a little bit. There you go.
Anyway, if you're from the UP, give us a little shout out. We'd love to get to know you. All right. Maybe it wasn't right.
Does it fit into the
No,
bottom?
I think I just didn't have it in here right.
All right, I'll start crack-a-lacking at the carburetor here. We're going to pull that off and give it at least, I mean, from the exterior, it looks nice and tidy and clean.
I am having trouble. Oh.
Stuff's a-flying.
I think I got to do the top of it before the bottom. There we go.
Oh, this carb's going to come out like butter.
Compared to the DT, that's nice to hear.
Before you get that
This
air
is
filter
really
in there.
killing me. It's super loose. There's a notch.
This is...
Don't jump in, Greg. You just got to be patient when someone's learning. Yeah, that's Greg's MO. He just wants to do it. Did you see him twitching, you guys? I guess I'm going to call an audible soon. Let's see if you can just fit it in there,
Alright.
and then I'll screw it in. I don't mean to give up so easy, but I can tell Greg's getting twitchy.
All right. Yeah, I think you just didn't have it
I did, though.
right up there. You did?
I did.
Well, it's got to fit down in there and in here. So
I know. Let's see you do it in one try.
one try. Watch this. I think I got the technique.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
All right, trial number 2. Put
It's
in
not as easy as it looks, people.
Here it is.
No, still didn't. I'm telling you, it's just sitting in there, barely sitting. I hope you all just see here why I was struggling now. It's not because I'm new at this.
That,
You just want to slam it down in there, don't you?
yep, look at that. Worked perfect.
Are you sure? Let's just screw it in. Yeah, you got it. Less tries than me. Good job, Greg. I'll get the rest of the way.
Yeah. Now that I
Use
messed
your
it up.
JIS screwdriver. Don't you be calling that a Phillips.
What, do you have me that non-JS Milwaukee screwdriver down there?
Some of those had a washer and some didn't. I'm just being honest with the audience.
Yeah, I'm impressed all 3 screws are there. So
Yeah.
this is a trials bike and it's 50 years old.
How does the carburetor look?
Well, it's clean from the outside.
Okay, yes, looks.
I was just taking a peek at the slide here, and it appears to be a lot of wear. I mean, whenever you're down to brass color on the slide like that, I think that's good indication that it has been up and down many, many times.
So it's used just like the rest of the bike.
Yeah.
You're thinking a carb clean, I'm guessing? So we're going to take the carburetor apart?
Yes, you're nearly an expert.
I know I'm starting with these.
Yep.
What's that little guy on there?
That is just holds
This right here?
the vent hose. So this
Oh.
there's supposed to be a little hose that comes off of there. It's a little keeper. Keeps it nice and tidy.
I gotta tell you, I don't like working with gloves. Feels like I have 3 hands.
Especially when they're probably 2 sizes too big.
Yeah,
for
these
your
are a
little
little
hands.
big. I do have long fingers, but it just seems like when I'm twisting, they don't work quite right.
What are you thinking? What's going to look at the inside of the football?
Based on how it smells, I think we're gonna have some yellow gas.
The outside looks clean though.
It does. But it's got a pretty funky odor right now.
Try to save some gas if it's in there, just like by keeping it upright like
Oh,
that.
gotcha. So we can.
When you tip it, all the goods come out.
One more. Looked like you were going to ask me a question.
You a little tall so everything doesn't go rolling off our bench.
Yeah, we're going to have to order me some smaller gloves. Okay.
There you go.
I was going to give it a tap, but I don't even think I need to. Oh. Oh, yeah. We got some
goodies. Got our gasket.
Mm-hmm. That's what the inside's looking like. Oh, dark yellow. Like morning.
Let me get a flashlight.
Yellow.
We'll get some, see if we got crusties in there.
There's some crusty stuff floating. See it floating in there? Some black chunks. Nothing super big.
But we definitely don't want to suck that into the motor after
Okay.
all these years of sitting around. So we can dump that out.
Take the pin out from the float right now, or do you do that last?
You can go in that order.
I'm
you
doing
can go
it.
at the jets. You can try pushing out that pin. Here's a little.
Pin's already out.
Oh, wow. Dang.
I'm gonna be a pro mechanic.
You're a jet cleaning fool right now. All right. So that is what jet?
This one is the main jet.
Is that screwdriver going to be too?
No, it's too small. You need a bigger one.
That's probably too big, right?
I think I can make this work. Yep. Maybe. Thought I just had it. There we go.
I got you. Clogged or clear? So we had the main jet with a washer?
I would look, but my gloves are so
Ridiculous.
It's clear.
All right.
Okay. Next is, whoa, that is too bright. This
is your
emulsion tube?
no.
No, dang it. What is it?
We have to go up for the pilot jet. Where's that?
I don't know.
If you had my little handy dandy flashlight, look down that hole.
This one?
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding me? I can't even look at that. It's blinding me. I trust you that it's down there, but can you all see that? There's nothing there.
Oh, that's not.
It's not going to be
We're
long
not
enough.
over by the carburetor drawer right now. We're relocated, so we're working with
Wow. I see why you always work with a headlamp.
unfamiliar tools. Is there a jet in there? Am I wrong?
I just am having trouble seeing it. I'm going to let you take a look with your glasses and your light. You see a jet?
Yeah, I see a jet, I think. Back to the float bowl. Again, if you're working with me, you know I love to bounce around. There's a little passage down here that you just want to spray with a little carb clean and make sure it's clear. You can see it bubbling out there. So that guy is actually clear. That's good. And I know Jen knows this, but if anybody doesn't, this is just
the idle.
Oh, it's a drain.
Dang, that's a drain?
Yeah, so your idol is going to be this guy right here.
Man, it looked a lot like the DT's idle.
Sure. So if you want to store if you end up running some bad gas, or if you're storing it over winter, you want to drain all the fuel out of the float bowl, you can take that out.
Well, good thing you let us all know.
Yep.
Because some of us don't. I'm sure everyone watching knew, and now I look like pretty stupid.
You're learning. You're learning, Jen.
I'm trying. There's a lot to learn about this stuff.
All right.
Amazing.
I think you're going to redeem yourself on this question.
Oh, no more questions.
No, this one I actually had wrong as far as terminology last time.
Oh, you called it a choke.
A
but
choke.
We were told it is not called a choke.
It is a
fuel
enrichener.
Enrichener?
Yes.
That sounds weird. Like you want to pull the choke. You don't want to pull the fuel enrichener.
So yeah, a choke goes back to having a choke plate back there and restricting the air, where this actually is a Enrichener circuit, which essentially is doing the same thing, but different. We'll just pull that out. Make sure everything looks good on the inside. Give it a quick flush. Looks to be complete. Our what screw?
Which way is that? Do you have that pointing the way you took it out?
Yes.
So that's the fuel screw?
That's the air screw.
Oh my gosh. Oh, because it's facing the air box.
Yeah.
I'm really massively failing today. No more questions.
All right.
Okay.
So
just teach me.
Turn it in to lightly seated. We're going to count the turns. So we got a half, 1 1/8. Pull the air screw out of there. Should be a little spring on the end, which it is. So we're just going to go ahead and pop that emulsion tube out. And we'll shoot a little carb clean on that. Typically we would run these carbs through a ultrasonic cleaner if they're terrible, but this is
pretty good.
This one's not terrible. We're going to unscrew the seat, making sure nothing's on the bottom or it's always just good practice to pull everything you can out of the carb. And Make sure all your passages are nice and clean. This pilot does not want to come out of there, and I do not want to strip it. I did blow some compressed air through there, and it appears to be free. So we are going to do our best to give it a quick rinse with some carb clean, some compressed air. And again, this bike we're doing a lot of finger crossing on this and hope for the best, and we'll see what happens. A little compressed air. This might be noisy, Jen.
That's okay.
And this is our pilot circuit here. And with compressed air, you can hear that it's actually flowing nicely. So I think we're going to be good to go there.
Whew, good news.
Okay. Back in goes the seat. Back goes the air screw. So lightly seated, and we'll turn it out, turn in an eighth. Take a little look at our needle here. Make sure we don't have any grooves on the tip there. Little springy's good there. Pop that back in its seat. Have our float.
I saw you looking for that little hole.
Yeah. Emulsion tube. Let's just give that a quick little.
So do all carburetors have a drain or not?
I'm not going to say all, but I'm going to say
Most?
yeah. And you just hold the emulsion tube up to the light and look through those holes. This is where all the magic happens, where air and fuel come together and atomize and enter the engine. Set that in there. I am looking at this O-ring on this jet, and for one, what is up with the size of that?
It is really big.
I'm sorry, but did somebody go in there with a drill bit or
Does
what?
it look like it's been drilled out?
That is huge. I've never seen a jet that big.
Yeah.
But we are going to add a O-ring to there, put it back in, and see if this thing runs.
Okay. Wow, that just broke right apart.
Yep.
So what's the purpose of doing a new one on here?
Well, whatever, that's going to seal off fuel from making this carb flood out. So I think we would have had some run problems by using that one.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought. That's what she said. I think this one will work.
One way to find out, Miss Jenny.
You just put it on there? Oh, that seems too big. Yep, too big. It's like a Goldilocks and the Three Bears situation. Are these in order of sizes?
Yes, should be.
What are you doing over there?
I'm putting back the Enrichener circuit lever contraption.
Do you agree with me? It sounds kind of weird to go like pull the choke and you'd say Enrichener circuit instead.
Oh, the Enrichener circuit.
It just doesn't sound as cool.
After a little bit of hunting around, we did find an O-ring, and that's pretty critical because that seals where this pretty much fits down in the float ball. So let's get our seat back in there, needle into the seat. Get our float. Line up the pin. Sliding nicely. That pin just wants to slide out of there, Jen. Just a quick dirty test you can do with your float. See if it's sealing up. You hear that when you lift up the float?
Yes.
That'd be essentially gas going through. And it is sealing when it's shut, so we're good there. Line that up. You should feel a little resistance on that float bolt. That's just that O-ring sealing on that bottom orifice.
What are your thoughts? Is this thing going to go or not go?
I'm thinking it's going to breathe a little bit of life, but just how healthy, I'm just not sure.
I'm so curious if anybody here watching has ridden one of these and if they've gotten it going after a period of time sitting, because this seems like beat down.
If this just ends up being a ton of fun, we should just like construct a trials course in our backyard with down trees, rocks.
Well, you got about half that right now.
Right?
We'll have to take you all on a tour of Greg's playground outside.
I mean, we don't have a lot of area, but what area we do have, we've kind of developed into
A little course.
Yeah, a little fun land back there.
Heat is your friend.
All right. Yep. It's pretty brittle, and just to get that to seal around the back of the car, we'll give her a little heat. Get in there. Before we jam that carburetor back in there, let's just take a peek in the intake here. Anything, I mean, just going in with my finger, it's clean. You always want to look for any sort of crack in these rubber boots here. As they age, they can crack and they'll cause a really bad air leak.
Everything looks okay?
Everything looks good enough for this girl to run.
You're gonna have to straddle this thing.
No. That's only on DTs. How's your side over there looking, Jen?
Pretty good.
Is it
Looking
creeping on there?
good. Ooh, now you popped it out on my side.
Did I?
Yep. It was perfect right before that.
Was it?
Yes.
Clamp on the front. All right, while we're over here, this is oil injected, or it's supposed to be. Is it working anymore? We shall find out. By the little sight glass here, it appears to be empty. So
I was gonna ask you, is that empty or full?
I'm going with empty. So
Yeah.
we have a little, this line here should go over to the other side of the motor. And the oil pump should be over there. Behind these 3 screws and a cover will be our oil pump. And it splits off. This is your throttle cable here. Comes into this little box here, and it actually splits from 1 cable to 2 cables. So the top cable here goes to the top of the carburetor and operates the slide. And this cable drops right down here. And it'll, once we pop this cover off, it's our oil pump. And the cable here, as you operate the throttle, you can see that is working there. And we can check this little bleed screw here. I'm going to top off the oil tank first.
It almost looks stripped out.
Does, huh?
Like someone's been in that.
Again. When you've been around for 50 years being abused, I think that's going to come out there.
You've been around 50 years.
Yeah, I still have a little life in me. I take that back.
That's a stuck screw.
Yeah, it's going to lose. I'll show you the little oil tank over there. It's got a little wing nut that you loosen up and the whole tank swings out so you can a little too much juice under there. There you go. Yeah, you have a little wing nut, so I guess you could use a funnel, probably get through there. Got a little hinge over on this side. And it just kind of spins out. I see our little air filter in there now. She's awfully thirsty. Maybe that's what happened to our compression.
So if there's no oil in there, that compression would be low?
Well, if somebody ran it without oil. But
let's hope not.
no. Never go wrong with a good old Yamalube for our Yamalube over there.
Is it actually called Yamalube or Yamaha Lube? Yamalube? It is Yamalube.
And this is our auto luber. So theoretically, if we have oil in the tank, comes up this line here into the pump. Oh,
Ooh, look at that. It's crying. Get that back in there. Screw it back in, Greg.
It's getting screwed back in. So from there, this is essentially a little pump. It comes in this way, pumps it, and then this line right here would heat up here and get mixed in as it's entering the intake. So we're going to add a little mixed gas for the initial run, and then after it's running, we can crack this here and make sure that we have oil coming up to the engine. For right now, it looks, these are typically fairly reliable.
So do you call it a trial bike or trials? It says trial on it.
It says Trial 250. I call it a trials bike.
What do you all call it?
I'm going to call it fun, hopefully. All right. That's buttoned up. Carb's back on and should be clean. Actually, I'm just looking at that. Carb needs to go forward a little bit. Needs to rest in its little pocket there. Here is our well-used gas tank. Let's just pull this out of here. This is supposed to be a leaker. And our new one, right here. Hopefully this works. We have a little O-ring in there.
Like the air filter.
Oh.
This old girl is. What'd you do?
What's that? No, everything. That little filter on the end of the on tube did not want to work. Probably because the tank's so dented up.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But we have an inline filter on the gas line there. All right.
This bike seems to be kind of bumpy, even just working on it. Just like, you want to ride me? I'm gonna make you work for it.
Right? Oh, lower down. We're close. We're going to tighten it up with some, I mean, if it's Yamaha yellow, you have to go with some yellow fuel line, right? We're going to treat it to a new fuel filter. Snip it right there. Oh, let's check, make sure this Petcock and fuel's running. we do want to add a little oil to this gas.
And that's because it was dried?
Just because
Dried
it's
out?
dry, and that auto luber is going to take a while to run.
So just for the audience, I'm asking questions because I really have no idea. So all of Greg's questions when he asks me and I feel stupid, you all can educate me in the comments too. Mix that baby up.
Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. All right, I'm going to take a little fuel sample. See if it's going to come out. There she goes.
How's it looking?
It is looking wonderful.
Oh, good. We need some good news here.
It even turns off when it's supposed to.
So what do you think? Is it going to start?
We're going to make it start, even if it's not ready yet. Okay, we have fuel.
We have fuel.
We have a clean carb.
We do. We have spark.
Smart.
We don't have great compression.
But we have a lot of hope.
Maybe that can overcome it.
All right, I'm going to hit the garage door because I'm really expecting this to start.
And it might be smoky.
Am I so confident I should put the seat on the way too, Jen?
Put the seat on.
Wow.
Just put the seat on. Let's hope for the best.
Look at that cute little seat.
It's pretty great. Because you don't really sit down on this. That's why it's so little.
I guess if you're really like a little person, but I'll demonstrate what you look like.
Yeah, that is definitely not a typical rider stance.
Yeah. All right. How many kicks does it start to start an old worn out Yamaha?
Based on what I've seen today, I'm going to guess 10.
10.
10. That's 13.
13.
I'm going to redo my guess. I'm going to guess 20. You get 7 more kicks.
And we had spark, right,
We
Jen?
did
I
have
never
spark.
saw it.
We did have spark. Ooh, we're up to 23 kicks.
It feels like it's got compression.
Okay.
Let's just recheck spark.
Okay.
Oh, I did put a new boot on there. What if my new boot?
Maybe your new boot sucks. Lights are off. Let's check for spark. See?
Wow.
We definitely have spark.
That's powerful spark.
Yeah. All right, I'll get the lights back on.
No.
All right. Here we go again.
Round 2.
Round 2. How many? Oh, what? Oh. So close.
So close.
We pulled the drain plug, the thing that I thought was the idle screw,
Right.
and no gases
No gas is
in
coming
there?
out of there.
Okay, so what are you going to try?
We need to. Did you show my love taps before?
No. He was trying to
Sometimes a
go in like
foot will hang up in there, and you can get to loosen up. But
Not this time.
not this time. And we have fuel going to it.
Maybe you don't.
And
Did you have the petcock off?
no, did I?
Did you? I really hope it's that easy. Yeah, yep, we got fuel now. What did you have it on to? Is that labeled wrong? Or are we just amateurs, amateur hour today? Just so you all know, it is Friday night. It's been a long week.
Oh, that's so funny.
It kind of is.
So we go back to the 3 things that you need. And I was just testing, Jen.
You were testing me.
I was testing the theory. Could it run with spark and compression? No, it can't.
Well, now we know. All right,
Oh.
get back up there, Greg. Get back up there. Let's see what happens.
I'm just gonna. I'm done. Here, you start.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you got to be redeeming yourself here. Is it on?
All right, we're gonna rewind that. Jen, how many kicks will it start?
Let's do less than 10. Less than 10.
That was just embarrassing.
It's fine. Oh yeah, let's go. That was 3 or 4.
Oh,
But it's okay.
we're burning oil.
Yeah.
Jen, you want to undo my front tire?
He's just a big kid. That's all he is. Just a big kid. Oh! Watch out for my flowers! Oh man, this is gonna be a whole nother ball game.
Runs like a champ.
Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
Last words? I mean, I think it's gonna be a blast, but this video just goes to show you can be working on these things for years and years, and just silly stuff pops up. The obvious that sometimes gets overlooked. Just stay persistent, stay consistent, and use common sense, and you'll figure it out.
You'll get it running.
You'll get it running.